So I know you're getting ready for tomorrow night against Philadelphia, but let's talk about the ball game against Knox after looking at the film.
Offensively we didn't do very well. I kind of think that Knox dictated what we did, and that's something that we, as a coaching staff, got to change.
Got back and had a chance to look at the film. Any adjustments that you can take from that ball game to Philadelphia?
Well, one thing they were doing against us on offense, against when we were on defense, we weren't lined up in the proper position. A couple times, they were going trips against us, and we were lined up. We weren't lined up right, so they were able to take advantage of that. All in all, if we get a couple more guys playing hard, we'll be a whole lot better.
I know you talked about who you were going to start at quarterback on Friday night. Have you made a decision on that? I know you have another day of practice to go.
Yeah, I made a decision. Caleb Hunt started at quarterback.
Okay. Talk about his play on last Friday night against Knox.
Well, he's a leader. He leads by example. Good kid. And I feel like I can trust him to play him at quarterback.
Because when it comes time to putting points on the board, do you say set numbers? So we got to have 20. We got to have 21. Do you have a set number going into the ball game? I know it doesn't turn out that way all the time.
No, I don't really say I have a set number. We just need to be able to move the ball and score. And that's something that even over the last 4 or 5 years, we've been pretty decent, but we still haven't been able to score a lot. That's something that we want to change. We want to score as many times as we possibly can.
When it comes to the defense, what kind of assignments do you have to make it so they can get to the football and stop the opposing team?
Well, as we just got to be able to line up to what they do. We went over all the formations that they showed on film so far. It's just a matter of us getting to the football and everybody playing with relentless effort.
I know you've had practice in just one ball game after Jamboree. Anybody stepping up as a leader on offense, a leader on the team, also a team leader?
Well, we're getting there. Everybody's beginning to come around. It's just a matter of, the first game we had two kids out the first game at Oxford. Then the last week we had 3 kids out. So once we get everybody on the field, we're a whole lot better football team.
I know we got to get the injury report every game because of football collision. People can get hurt. What do you like in terms of injuries? Any injuries going into tomorrow night's ball game?
Nobody other than the one that we had earlier in the year. That's just the kid that broke his leg earlier in the part of the year.
Okay. Talk about Philadelphia. They tradition up there. We know about that. Looking at them a little bit this week, what do you see from Philadelphia?
They're huge. They're big up front. They're big in the backfield. Defensively, they got a small nose guard. They're pretty quick. They run a 3-3 stack or 3-5, whatever you want to call it. They run pretty good. They look a whole lot better than us, but hopefully they won't play as good as us.
Okay. When you're talking about the size of another team when they're larger than you, how do you counter that size?
By playing hard.
Okay.
I think that takes care of itself. If our kids play hard, it doesn't matter how big you are. It's kind of like that. Like I told one of our kids, John Clardy, who plays guard. I told him, you got to be like that mosquito you can't kill. You're trying to swat at it all the time, but eventually, it keeps bugging you, it keeps messing with you until you get tired of it.
Okay. When you talk about Philadelphia and you talk about Jay-Z George, sometimes you might go into the ball game as an underdog. Sometimes do you use that as a motivation to your team?
Well, I haven't really said anything about it this week. I think the kids understand who we're playing against. I think they understand the opponent. It's just a matter of Jay-Z George and us working on us. Okay.
Because I know you do a lot here. Let's talk about this field. The field, you said you keep it up. It feels and looks like carpet. Talk about that.
Well, it's just, I'm pretty confident my wife would probably be up. My wife gets mad at me a lot of times because I spend a lot of time up here, but that's part of it. I think that the field is a reflection on this school, it's a reflection on this team. For our kids, if we go out and this field looks like a lot of other fields that they play on, our kids are like, man, coach, this don't look very good. So I represent the fans, I represent this team, I represent, even my family when it comes out here, and even with this field, I want it to look good.
Because it's kind of like speaking about that Jaguar pride.
That's right. It's all part of it. This field's part of what we want to do.
Back to the ball game. One final question: the keys to the ball game, early keys and game keys, and what's going to take to come out with a W against Philadelphia.
I think, all right. On defensive, we got to get to the ball. Offensive, we just need to be able to consistently move the ball. We got to be able to gain yards. We've got to be able to do some of the things that we're looking to do.
Thanks, Coach. We appreciate you. Good luck on the ball game.
Thank you.